This is my official front door. It leads to the fire escape. I've known Lieutenant Mac Malden for years, and occasionally we help each other out. Like a few months ago, when I gave Mac a tip on finding Rusty the Clown's body in the funhouse down the street from the Ritz.
Well, as I live and breathe, it isn't Tex Murphy, my little PI pal.
Hey, what's your arm doing in a sling? Isn't it usually your butt?
You're a funny guy, Murphy. You know, I sprained my elbow beating the hell out of a guy just 'cause he reminded me of you.
And I think you're forgetting who tipped you off about finding Rusty's remains at the funhouse and got you named Cop of the Month.
I didn't forget, though I'd like to. So what do you want? Don't know anything about him. There are a lot of perverts running around these days. We can't keep tabs on all of them. You think I know everyone in this town? Don't know anything about him. You think I know everyone in this town? Sorry. Well, there are some things I don't know about. We found Rusty's remains in there thanks to your tip. Sure was good to close a case on a damn clown. I'm not sure who owns the place now, but I still got the key. Sure. After the tip you gave me, I suppose the least I can do is loan you the key. No can do, Murphy. Don't know anything about him. Well, there are some things I don't know about. I'm doing just fine. Now that Joanne's left me, it's like a whole new, beautiful world. Sorry. You think I know everyone in this town? Don't know anything about him. You think I know everyone in this town? I met him when we were investigating the pawn shop robberies. Seemed like a decent guy. Louis makes the best chili in town. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit in with my new low-fat, high-fiber diet. Sorry. You're not my type, if that's what you're asking.
Well, Mac gave me the key to open the cop lock, but he didn't tell me how to deactivate it. Oh well. I'll just have to figure it out. The 4 nodes on the left have to link up with the 4 nodes on the right. The connections can't intersect or the cop lock resets. I'm afraid Rusty's played his last joke. An impressive selection of masks and wigs, designed to suit your every mood. Rusty's armory of plastic weapons. Kids don't play with these anymore. Well, why should they when they can have the real thing? Empty cardboard boxes. Poor Rusty. Probably burning in hell right now. Looks like some local hooligans have been in here. I wonder what this pedal-looking thing does. Some crime scene tape left over from when the cops came in and picked up Rusty's remains. Right about the time Grandpa started wearing Huggies, I used to switch one of these for his real dentures. A lot of good memories here. Ah, rubber chickens. They make me think of Grandma's rubber chicken pot pies. Oh, now here's a classic, fake vomit. This comes in handy when you don't want people taking the seat beside you. I wonder why Rusty would keep this copy machine hidden. Unless he was using it to... I don't even want to think about that. There's a door built into these bricks. This ladder leads to the roof of the funhouse. This ladder leads to the roof of the funhouse. I'd think this rickety water tower hadn't been used in years, except for the shiny new padlock on the tower door. Looks like a Meister lock. Top of the line, they're uncuttable and unbreakable. Without the padlock key, there's no way to get inside that water tower. That trapdoor leads back down to Rusty's. There's a door built into these bricks. A sermon on the joys of not eating meat, to be delivered by Reverend Gary. Okay. This gate opens up to the alley behind the Golden Gate Hotel.
And he proclaimed in a mighty voice, "Woe be unto ye, eaters of flesh! Cursed are those who partake of the sausage patties and links."
This dumpster smells like something died in it.
Cry for forgiveness, ye ingesters of honey-baked ham and all other manner of breakfast meats.
I've heard about Crazy Gary, but we've never formally met. He appears occasionally in some nook of Chandler Avenue, ranting wildly like a space-age Moses strung out on Demerol and bad scotch.
And they cry,
You! No, not you, the one in the hat. Have you not come to be healed?
Well, now that you mention it, it's kind of hurt when I go like this.
Then quit doing it.
Well, I'll be darned. You're right. That actually feels much better.
Heal thyself, stranger. The path of regularity and low blood pressure is straight and narrow. Partake not of the flesh, especially red meat, and choose instead the bulk and fiber of cereals, fruits, vegetables, and especially grains.
Oh, I get plenty of grains, of the fermented variety.
Ah, then you too are an imbiber of the blessed potations. Which do you prefer, rum or vodka?
Bourbon, actually.
I, myself, prefer a nice single malt scotch.
I'll tell you what. If I bring you a bottle of single malt scotch, will you answer some questions?
For a bottle of single malt, I will not only answer your questions, I will bless your family for 3 generations. For now, I must return to my preaching.
Sounds like a bottle of good scotch might loosen up Crazy Gary's tongue. I heard that Sal Lucido, the former owner of the Slice of Heaven pizza parlor, kept a first-rate stash of illegally imported booze somewhere on the street. This gate opens towards the Fuchsia Flamingo. I wonder why I never noticed this door here before. Yeah, floors and stairs in here are all pretty dusty. Doesn't look as though anybody's been in here for a while. The box looks like it's empty. The boxes are all covered with dust. Passageway doesn't seem to have been used in quite a while. Some of this trash consists of newspapers dating back to before the war. That's pretty cool. Useless, but cool. Old shipping boxes. It's a bottle of something. Yummy. 25-year-old scotch. Nothing interesting here. This door leads back out to the street. This gate opens up to the alley behind the Golden Gate Hotel.
And he lifted his voice and prophesied, in those days they shall pervert the innocent pimento.
Well, that won't work.
Pimento! By wrapping it in a loaf of luncheon meat. And it will be an abomination.
I've heard about Crazy Gary, but we've never formally met. He appears occasionally in some nook of Chandler Avenue, ranting wildly like a space-age Moses strung out on Demerol and bad scotch.
I happen to be in the middle of a very important sermon.
Yeah? There's nobody here.
That's where you're wrong, my friend. Now begone with you.
That doesn't seem to do anything. I've heard about Crazy Gary.
I happen to be in the middle of a very important sermon.
Well, I brought you an offering.
How may I assist you, O venerable giver of the precious potation? That appellation is foreign to me. I have been summoned by a greater power to preach against the forces of red meat and its kin. It is my calling in life, and I fear no man. My ignorance is regrettable. That appellation is foreign to me. Now there is a man of insight. He eats no meat. Of course, he eats nothing but chocolate. A name with which I am totally unfamiliar. No. I saw this man but once, strolling along the thoroughfare. He appeared to drop an article of some sort. When he bent to retrieve it, I espied an object fall from his pocket. It turned out to be a key. You may indeed have the key, and I wish you luck in locating the poor man. I am unable to assist you. Yeah, I've not heard of such a thing. No. I have seen the warehouse, but have never entered therein. That appellation is foreign to me. I have seen the name advertised, and it speaks to me of unbridled lasciviousness. The cretin is a veritable slaughterhouse. If he approaches to within eyesight, I fairly retch from the foul odor. A name with which I am totally unfamiliar. No. Psycho preacher! That's what the foul little man calls me. A curse be upon his pancreas. That nefarious parasite, his very livelihood subsists on polluting the intestines of all the inhabitants in our fair locality. I have waged war upon him and his ilk, and only one of us will live to tell the tale. Ah, the lovely creature who administers at the local newsstand. A sweet flower. Your taste in Scotch is unquestionable. For that fact alone, I can bear the stench of digesting meat emanating from your every pore.
This gate opens towards the fuchsia flamingo. I guess they have to keep this door locked now that people are storing their stuff here. What's this? It's a crate, with Thomas Malloy's name stenciled right on the side. I'll need to move it out of that tight corner before I can open it. This ring looks strong enough to lift the crate. Sheesh. The way my luck's been going, this will probably be my next apartment. These crates are all rotting comfortably. More barrels of toxic waste. I guess it's cheaper to store it than dispose of it. These are either oxygen tanks or artillery shells.
Arr, well, shiver me timbers. It's a pirate's chest.
Sword looks pretty sharp. It's probably the reason for the peg leg. Must belong to the guy with the hook.
Well, blow me down. It's a Lucky Pierre signature souvenir pirate hat. Arr, a peg leg.
I hope all the prosthetic devices didn't belong to the same pirate. Control box. This panel must operate the crane. This button must turn on the pulley system. This panel must operate the crane. This panel must operate the crane. This button must turn on the pulley system. Looks like the button could be used to lift cargo. Won't move any farther in that direction. This button probably lowers stuff. Looks like the button could be used to lift cargo. This button probably lowers stuff. The slots on the trolley are lined up with the ring on top of Malloy's crate. Now I just need to find something to connect them with. Looks like the button could be used to lift cargo. That ought to do the trick. Looks like something fell out of Malloy's crate. What's this? It's a crate with Thomas Malloy's name stenciled right on the side. Plains of Nazca. I don't see any airplanes. Set of encyclopedias. They look heavy. It's a rug or a wall hanging. Set of encyclopedias. This stored gear looks like surveyor's equipment. Malloy must have been a pretty versatile guy. This stored gear looks like surveyor's equipment. Malloy must have been a pretty versatile guy. What's this? It's a crate with Thomas Malloy's name stenciled right on the side. That statue looks like something from Easter Island. Set of encyclopedias. This stored gear looks like surveyor's equipment. Well, this is certainly an interesting design. I wonder what type of symbols these are. That door leads back to the street.